The Amityville Horror, a haunting that shook the world. Introduction. The Amityville Horror is a name that has become synonymous with fear, intrigue, and the paranormal. A quaint house in Amityville, New York, became the center of one of the most infamous hauntings in American history. But was it a genuine supernatural event, or a fabrication born out of tragedy and media frenzy? This story begins in 1974, with a crime so horrific that it would set the stage for decades of mystery and speculation. The tragic beginnings. The house at 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, was an elegant Dutch colonial home, complete with 5 bedrooms, a boathouse, and a serene view of the canal. For years, it seemed like the perfect family home until November 13, 1974. On that night, Ronald DeFeo Jr., a 23-year-old man, took a .35 caliber rifle and methodically murdered his entire family while they slept. His parents, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters were all shot in their beds. What made the crime even more chilling was the lack of any signs of struggle. The neighbors didn't hear gunshots, and all the victims were found in the same sleeping position, as if they were unaware of their impending deaths. DeFeo later claimed he heard voices urging him to kill his family. DeFeo was convicted of the murders, but the case left behind lingering questions. Why didn't anyone hear the shots? Why did none of the victims wake up? And were those voices he claimed to hear real? These unanswered questions would set the stage for what was to come. The Lutz family moves in. In December 1975, just a year after the murders, the Lutz family, George, Kathy, and their 3 children, purchased the house for $80,000, a significant discount due to its grisly history. Despite knowing about the DeFeo murders, they believed they could make the house their dream home. They even kept much of the DeFeo family's furniture, which was included in the sale. The Lutz family's stay in the house lasted only 28 days, but during that short time, they reported a series of terrifying and unexplainable events. The haunting begins. 1. Strange odors and cold spots. The family began noticing unexplainable phenomena almost immediately. Certain rooms would suddenly become icy cold, even with the heating on. A foul odor, reminiscent of rotting flesh, would appear and then vanish without a trace. 2. Slime and goo. Walls reportedly began to ooze green slime, and a sticky black substance appeared in the toilets. Attempts to clean it were futile as the substances kept returning. 3. Mysterious red eyes. One of the most chilling accounts came from Kathy Lutz, who claimed to see a pair of glowing red eyes staring at her through a window. The eyes were said to belong to a demonic creature resembling a pig, which their children nicknamed Jody. 4. George's obsession. George Lutz began waking up at exactly 3:15 a.m. every night, the same time the DeFeo murders occurred. He became increasingly irritable and obsessed with the fireplace, saying he could never feel warm no matter how hot it was. 5. Physical attacks and apparitions. Kathy Lutz reported feeling an unseen force touching her and even pushing her down. Bruises and scratches appeared on her body without explanation. She also described vivid nightmares about the DeFeo murders, including details she couldn't have known. 6. Disturbing sounds. The family heard disembodied voices, strange knocks, and footsteps. At one point, George claimed to hear a marching band playing in the living room, only for it to stop abruptly when he entered the room. The family flees. The Lutz family's breaking point came during their final night in the house. While they have never fully disclosed what happened, they described it as a night of absolute terror, with paranormal activity reaching a violent crescendo. They fled the house, leaving behind all their belongings, and never returned. The aftermath. Preetha Saha, January 9, 2025, 9:13 p.m. The Lutzes recounted their experiences to Jay Anson, who published the best-selling book The Amityville Horror in 1977. The book's success spawned movies, documentaries, and endless speculation. But as the story gained traction, so did skepticism. Skepticism and controversy. Critics argue that the Lutz family story was a hoax created for financial gain. William Weber, the lawyer for Ronald DeFeo Jr., claimed that he collaborated with the Lutzes to fabricate the haunting for publicity. Investigators who examined the house found no solid evidence of paranormal activity. However, not everyone dismissed the claims. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren visited the house and declared it to be a site of intense demonic activity. Lorraine Warren even claimed to sense a powerful, malevolent presence in the home. The house today. Over the years, the house has changed owners multiple times, and subsequent residents have reported no paranormal activity. The famous quarter-moon windows, often associated with the Amityville Horror, have been replaced, and the address has been changed to deter curiosity seekers. Yet, the legend lives on. Conclusion: the Amityville Horror remains one of the most compelling and controversial paranormal cases in history. Whether it was a genuine haunting, a psychological phenomenon, or an elaborate hoax, the story continues to captivate and terrify audiences worldwide.